Hey yo, I just want to make a video about everything that's been happening since this shit all started, right? And all the weird, fucked up shit that has not stopped and not ceased. And I just want to make a video describing honestly, genuinely. Let me put this here. How fucking passive I've been about the torment and the fucking harassment. How fucking passive I've even been on even video for you guys since I've been making these videos since 2020. Just how fucking passive I've been, even with the rant and even with the prayer and all that stuff. Give me a second. And how incredibly disgusting and putrid it's been. And recently, I'm gonna just come out and say it. I'm not Christian. Like I can't follow this Bible, this thing that I'm reading it and doing it, and I'm having these things or these creatures, whatever they are, mimic it along with me and basically mock it every second, no matter what or how long you do it. Or after it's done, they do this act of where they would always do this act of where they're pretending that they're leaving 24/7. And it's just after a while, I kept my faith because I love God. I try keeping my faith, but like I'm not gonna lie, a few days ago it hit me. It seems these creatures, no matter what I do or say, it seems they're only after one very genuine thing: our damn breathing. Anytime we breathe deep, anytime our breathing's clear, they try to put us in fear, or they'll try to put us in anger, or they'll try to put us, make us act out, to change our breathing pattern, to take our breathing, feed off our energy and our breathing. And I'm just like, it don't even matter if I watch Netflix, as long as even if it's secular, like how Christians don't like these things, don't even care. As long as it's making you happy, they're not feeding off you. And anything that's annoying you or taking your breathing or making you breathe irregular, they feed off it instantly. I'm like, it don't matter if I'm reading a scripture or praying, doing 20 deliverance prayers a day. These things are popping around me, repeating the same fucking shit, no matter what. And it's connecting me to this hive mind no matter what I do or how many deliverance prayers I do online. That is, because I've done plenty online, not many in person, only a couple in person, but still, I've done actually quite a few in person. So genuinely, y'all already know I have this shit recorded and played back, that these voices is not mental illness. That's another thing I'm glad I talked about on my YouTube. And that's the most important thing to talk about, because these people and these tears around us that keep claiming that they're CIA and police and all this extra shit are lying. They're soulless vessels, tears. That's why they do the mind reading shit. They don't even have no fucking headphones in. Hello. And secondly, the voices shit. I played it back on speaker for y'all already. That shit is audible. That's not in our fucking head. And then y'all in the comments like, holy shit. Yeah, that shit's not in our fucking head, my guy. Those are spirits around us talking at low frequencies. As spirits. Give me a second. That's my food right there. So it's like, listen, I played that back for y'all. So no, on top of that, listen. So we gonna get to the point of why and it's probably I know a lot of y'all don't even follow. A lot of y'all are spiritual, and I'm coming back more on the spiritual side of things, the way I'm seeing things right now, and I'm gonna explain it to y'all piece by piece. And I'm probably gonna delete a lot of vids, but let's look at this. Remember that vid I made about the impersonations and all that stuff? It's like, I feel like I'm going to give you a brief summary of how I feel based off what I went through, and then I'm going to tell you what I went through. All right? So this is it. I feel like these things, these reptiles, these creatures, I know I see a lot of the TIs and YouTubers that say the same thing. These reptiles, whatever, these aliens, whatever, now we seeing the UFOs in the sky, whatever, but we've been peeped this. I've been peeping this shit years ago. But now they just advertising it, posting it as news and shit now, right? Whatever these things are, I feel like they've controlled and they've created these religions, and they've done it to control us and put fear in us and all types of things. And I feel like when I meditated, when I was doing my breathing exercises, my meditation exercises, remember when I first started making those videos? I'm gonna be real, those voices, those things, they got quieter. They got quieter because they weren't able to take my breathing energy. My breathing energy, my cardio was increasing. That's why they got quieter. And now I know that because it was a breathing thing. And then 2 years later, I made videos about breathing, and I didn't even think to correlate the fact that when I was doing the meditation, they actually got quieter in comparison to when I was actually reading. Well, I'd read the scripture, they get quiet, they do their little pretend dance for a moment, and then they go right back to saying some weirdo shit. Or banging in front of me or some shit. I'll be like, what the fuck? Praying along with me, mocking the prayer, saying some pervert shit, think it is. So I'm like, what the fuck, nigga? Like, it's not even affecting them. You feel me? So at that point, I'm keeping faith. I want to walk the right path. I still do, and it's like, now it's getting even crazier. So now let me tell you what really, really started to mess with me a lot. And it messed with me, and is one of the main reasons I made this, like, I feel this way. These impersonations of God, they consistently try to impersonate God. Now, I believe I said this in my first videos, but they consistently try to say I'm God and try to impersonate God and say all types of shit about God and all types of disgusting things. They try to perversify God in disgusting ways. And I was even embarrassed because it's so nasty. It's like they try to just completely obliterate the image of what it's supposed to be. And what I'm actually, well, that's what I thought. But now what I'm seeing now is they do that, and they also, this is it. They're using the scripture. They're using everything. It doesn't matter what it is, right? To utilize it to impersonate them. It doesn't matter if I'm praying. They're utilizing it to, I don't even know if to say the word impersonate. But I feel like even it's to the point where it's so consistent, guys. Look how long it's been. The same shit's happening. It's to the point where honestly, this is how I started looking at it after a while, because I'm like, yo, it don't matter. Like, they're repeating the same shit guys. Remember this. This is another reason I made this decision. Remember this. Well, let me get back to the impersonation. I kept seeing impersonation of him saying disgusting ass things that a God is not supposed to be fucking saying. And I'm going to put it bold and simple like that. Disgusting ass impersonations of him saying disgusting shit, perverse shit, weird shit, and then the voice would change. So it was just getting so fucking annoying. On top of that, let's go to, hold on. Now look how long it's been, right? I've been doing this. This shit started in July 2020, really 2019. But like me. Okay, my bad. Okay, my bad. Now look how long it's been, right? I'm like, now I understand I started smoking weed again and crap like that, but I went back sober, etc. plenty times, right? But that's not the point. The point is the type of harassment that's happening and the type that's happening around me. Now, what I'm perceiving and what's happening is it's everything. It's everyone. And it's like, whatever this thing is, It's trying to impersonate. Like it's trying to. Yo, you know what it's been asking me? Hold on. I'll be my student for you, man. I come to the realization like, yo, I've been going through this for so long. I've been saying the same prayer every day for 3 years, and I can't even get an answer. Like they're just repeating the same fucking thing every fucking day. Then they're doing these Hollywood crisis acts, and it's like it seems they feed off carnal shit too, and they're like these beings are, yo, I'm telling you, telling you. All right, I'm back, y'all. So basically, like the real reason is that's basically it, and basically like there's so much more, man. It's been the mockery on top of the torture on top of it. You know what I'm talking about? So it's like the mockery plus that, and me praying every day and waking up to the same shit a year after. Okay, 2 years after. Okay, almost 3 years after. I'm like, come on, man. So it's like I'll say it again. It's crazy because when I go through a period of doing those deliverance prayers, none of them leave. It's all mockery. It's all bullshit. They'll act for a little moment, and then after a while, so it's like I feel like some beings created this shit. I feel like I feel like there is a creator of the universe, but I feel like the way we have to get our answers are from within, genuinely. Like I used to meditate. I used to get peace from meditation. Like yeah, I used to have these little visions and shit, but the end of the day, I used to get peace from it. And they always used to try to prevent me from doing this shit. It's like, there's so much lies, all right? This is what I'm trying to make. There's so much man-made lies. And if you started going through this, this should be as simple as it is. You already see most of the world is 98% fake. The moment you started getting gang stalked by these beings, etc., you obviously started to perceive how fake most of the world is to the point where you started isolating. So think about how if the world is this fake and led by this Diddy, this wicked one, right? Then you got to really think about it. Look at the influence they had to spread these false lies and agenda. It was more than 97% of people on the planet had the ability to spread these lies and this fake agenda. So when you think about it like that, you have to think the only way you can get the real answers is if you meditate and really go within your spiritual side and see what the truth is. That's why when niggas saying they take psychedelics, they see the truth in front of them, these things in front of them. That's why they got the mental health industry set up. So because niggas that see the truth, they want them locked away, labeled as fucking crazy. So now this is why I made that decision. You understand? I've been going through this for too long, praying for too long not to make that damn decision. Look how many religions there is. Yo, and this is how I started to perceive it. This is what I wanted to say next. They mock so much no matter what you do or what you pray. I was like, yo, if I was a fucking Muslim, you would try to start portraying Allah right now. Or you would start trying to create simulations based off the Muslim religion. But because I was Christian, they try to create simulations based off the Christian religion. And it's like they watch you your whole life and feed off your energy and create these simulations for you. And I started to really think about it deeper, and I said, yo, when I went into church, these people who I hear demons talking through, or these aliens or whatever talking through, these people who have these evil, wicked souls, these tears, whatever you want to call them, right? They were in the church heavy. They were in the church heavy. The Christian churches, the Catholic churches, it's like I'm telling you, 97% of the world is fake and Hollywood actors. The real ones are the ones that they feeding off of. And so when I started thinking of it like that, I'm like, oh my gosh, like even in my family, sometimes I hear it and see it. So it's like, wow, like the influence is crazy. So it it made me really think, like, they mock so much. It's like I could be a Buddhist and they start impersonating freaking Buddha. It's like anything that they could utilize that you love the most, which would be your God, right? And they'll try to portray your God and try to make it seem like they'll use your God that you loved and followed your whole life, your whole belief system. Now listen, this is where it gets creepy and airy, and it's crazy. They'll use your God that you loved and followed your whole life, your belief system, your whole life. These entities follow you that created this belief system. And then towards when they make you try to go insane or whatever, they'll use this, right? They'll use this to try to destroy you. If you were to start looking within and to meditate and to keep healthy, they wouldn't be able to put this false agenda on you. Remember, everything is perception. They base this shit off what your perception is. So if you perceiving shit incorrectly, they gonna try to manipulate that shit. You only gonna perceive shit correctly when you take care of yourself. Now, did you listen to what I said about the belief system part? Those of you who are truly going through this, though, because the rest of them are fake. And that's crazy I'm making this video, because I only care about the real ones that are going to look at it. So they just never stop, man. And it seemed like they just do it to feed off energy. And look, listen. How many of y'all often do that and make that noise after you exhale while going through this? You know what I'm saying? They're feeding off breathing. Look, I just did that one time. Look. So it's like, this shit's crazy. And if they're already to the point where they're feeding off breathing, that means they're really trying to kill you. So my nigga, you think I'm in fear of you? You think I'm in fear of you? It's war already, my nigga. So that's what I'm saying. If it's to that point already, y'all look at them like they're like, trust me, bro. Once you open your spiritual eyes, this is why I went back and forth. I was meditating. I'm into the Christian religion. I still love and follow Christ, but then I'm finding out that it appears that the Christ isn't even real. From what's going on, it appears they just created these damn belief systems to capture you in your fear and put as they remember, they're Hollywood crisis actors. I should have said this earlier. So as they try to use this belief system as you're growing up and these tears around you, these people are being cloned or replaced. Your perception just got higher, so you're now perceiving that there's something wrong with them and not you. Which is why they're trying to put you in that mental health bullshit, which is why they keep gaslighting you. To the point where you grow up and you perceive this shit, now you're getting gang-starred. And now what happened with some of us like me, these diddies and these creatures, they try to use this belief system and make you to destroy you, so you destroy yourself. But there's something within you that they fear. There's a light within you that they fear. Like, genuinely. But y'all already see how I handle it. I don't. That's what I'm saying. I hate New York. I hate the cold right now because when I was in my tent, camping in my tent, nobody was coming up in front of my tent bothering me. They would always wait till I was in a facility area. That's another thing. They'd always wait till I was in a facility area to try to get me kicked out the fucking facility all the time. But they wasn't going in the woods to bother me. And they never will. So it's like, that shit's just annoying, you know? And it's just like, I know how to deal with it now. And I'm glad I do. You know what I mean? these things. Now, I walk about in the store, the Walmart, the Price Chopper, whatever, and you hear these actual fallen angels. I spoke about this on my YouTube already, commanding these fucking creatures and these people on what to do. And it's audible. It's actually audible, but I don't go out my way to capture shit in environments like that. But it's crazy what has dwelled upon, because they actually genuinely, if you want the truth, they choose people. They're wicked. They're wicked ones. There's a reason every time I breathe deeply, they react to it. They're wicked ones, and let's genuinely talk about it. When we're hold on, give me a second. Hold on. Yeah, so like I was saying, it's crazy what's dwelled upon us, upon me anyway, because it's literally, they're literally so desperate and disgusting that it's insane. And that's why I can't wait until I get a 10 or something again. And I'm trying to go in the south because it's cold here now. Eventually, but they're like a really low vibrational. Once you start to up, like, okay, there's a reason that this force upon you has dwelled so heavy in your life. It's because it was an actual force and they were actually feeding off you. Now, once you start to enlighten your mind and you start to perceive things and take care of yourself and your body or your spirit, and then they can't feed off you no more, they start to attack you for it. To put you in that mode again so you can start not taking care of yourself so well so they can keep feeding off you. Makes sense? And that's really what it is. That's really what it is, because look how long I've been going through this shit. Y'all still hearing the same shit on fucking video. Like, look on Twitter. You still hear the same shit. Why are you hearing the same shit 3 years later everywhere? That doesn't make any fucking sense. That's not even human. That's paranormal. That's not even fucking human, dog. Don't try to underplay it. This is what they do around you. They always try to gaslight it to make it seem like you're tripping, but in reality, nobody is tripping but you. And that will always be so, and you cannot gaslight that. You might as well just stop acting. Because in reality, if you look at my YouTube channel for 3 years straight, there's fucking harassment left and right, like real shit, banging on the walls. You hearing audible harassment, people knowing my name's not supposed, like, that's not making any fucking sense. And audibly, honestly, the mind reading, etc., the shit we perceive, and then they try to call us crazy, and a lot of y'all, because some of y'all are really sensitive, so y'all just get the comfort to not accept what it really is. Y'all go into these little psych wards and mental institutions and let them fill you with meds and put you in therapy and psychiatrists. And in reality, with this therapy and these psychiatrists, you are literally actually talking to damn demons and fallen angels. These damn therapists, anybody that works in the mental health industry, anybody that literally works in the mental health industry or promotes mental health, is like, you're either unaware or you're a deceiver. That is one of the biggest levels of deception on this planet. They filling you with pharmaceutical meds, and all types of bull crap just to subdue your gosh damn breathing. When I was taking Zoloft, the antidepressant, in 2016, all it did was subdue my breathing and make me feel like I had zero emotions. What do they try to take from you? They try to take your joy, your happiness, your personality, they try to drain you, right? That's why niggas get on semen retention and shit like that, because they always trying to drain you, right? So put that together. When I was on fucking Zoloft, something that the pharmaceutical industry made, aka the fucking devil and the demons and the fallen angels, the pharmaca, Yeah, when I was on Zoloft, that subdued the fuck out of my breathing. And also it killed my personality. I felt like nobody. Like I couldn't even get angry or sad. I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like, holy fuck, they utilize this shit to feed off it, and they use this shit to utilize whatever energy transfer bullshit they be doing in the spiritual realm to feed off our energy. These fucking fake ass witchcraft meds to take our breathing and our energy. That's what they use it for. I'm like, nigga, why am I breathing shallow if this shit's supposed to be not making me depressed? Not breathing it well is making me depressed, motherfucker. Now the antidepressant is a depressant. Because not breathing well depressing me, nigga. So everything they do is just bullshit. And obviously now when you wake up to the bullshit, they start to attack you because they don't want the fact that the bullshit, that's bullshit, to be exposed is bullshit. Ain't that some bullshit? Look, I'm going to say it again, right? Would you feel brave, right? Now, you have to really think about this. They don't want you using your subconscious mind. They don't want you thinking deeply. They don't. They want you thinking carnal-minded. They want you in fear with their pussy ass, right? So this you have to think about this. If you knew somebody was being attacked by multiple people, right? Now, just know who they attack. They attack us from childhood. You're pretending like you made me forget some shit. I didn't forget anything. They attack us from childhood, right? And they continue. Now, when we start to perceive this shit as we get older, the attacks continue heavier, right? Now, if you were in the group of the attackers, realizing, oh, it's only this one person and like literally a fucking million of us, would you really feel brave? Would you really be cocky? Like, would you really feel bold and manly every time you walk? Like, would you really feel like that? You'd feel like that. You wouldn't feel like that, would you guys? Do you know why you wouldn't feel like that, guys? And do you know why I even just spoke for your emotions just there of why you wouldn't feel like that? Because they feel like that and they're fucking weirdos and we're not. And it's just that simple. We're just that different. That's why. That's genuinely why. And that also brings me to another emotion, envy. I know we don't be feeling envy. What are we jealous of? Why you gonna hate somebody because they got, like, you don't hate somebody because they got something. I'll tell you some weird shit right now. You could be dead homeless and broke trying to get some money for some food and shit. And a weirdo ass demon nigga will come around himself to you and try to compare himself to you just because he's a fucking weirdo. Just because he's a soulless, just because he's a carnal-minded, empty vessel. He doesn't know what else to say or do but try to take your energy because he's weird. But that's the shit. It's not everybody. It's not everybody. And that's another thing. That's one thing I wanted to talk about. They like to surround you to create a heavy-ass simulation, a local simulation, I like to call it. But in reality, you know, they like to create a local simulation to prevent you from exposing what you feel, what's true, what's real. If I started to believe all the fake ass soulless tears are like, you start to catch on. You start to catch on. Why the fuck is this one doing this mind reading shit? This one don't got an earpiece in. I thought this was technology. Boom, you start to realize this shit is more than, this is not no technology. Boom, that's the first thing. Then it's like, why are you repeating the same fucking thread every day and nothing's happening? Whoop, it's a year. Whoop, it's 2 years. Now it's 3. That's the second thing. 3, why are you repeating yourself every day for 3 years straight? That's the third thing. You just start to catch on. It's on my fucking, that's what I wanted to say too. If you look at my YouTube channel, How in the fuck has it been since 2020? Someone, and I think I said this already, but let me just say it again. July 2020, I started capturing that weirdo shit, and it's now fucking February 2023, and the same shit's happening. What the fuck is going on? Why are these people repeating themselves over and over? And these people aren't human, and that's all. That's the only thing I wanted to disclose. I don't want to get any further into it. I said just about enough in detail to explain why that is. If I was a fucking tech wizard with money, and that's another thing I wanted to disclose, and this is another thing I want to disclose. They waited until I started to run out of money. They waited. They waited until they could get me in a position where they could attack me more, where they could feed off my breathing more. But I'll tell you one thing now. Now that I know exactly what this simulation is, how it's set up, and what it intends and what it means, when I get that money again, which I will, which will be very soon, you're not feeding off shit. And that's just a simple fact. You're not feeding off anything. They're actually extremely wicked to the point it seems like that's what it is. Hold on. Yeah. Man, I'm thirsty.